Good morning, good morning. Good morning, California. I got my hat. I got this in the Philippines about 5 months ago. I got my running vest, which holds things like my phone, my earbuds, some money in case I need to catch an Uber. I got my Vaseline, which I was panicking this morning because I was out of Vaseline and I was scraping from the bottom of the little jar. But I have a whole brand new one, I just couldn't find it. Panic mode, because I seen some toes out there. And them toes is terrible. And I don't want terrible toes. Toes that look like this. Arrgh. That's bad. Just because you're a man don't mean you have to have ugly hands or ugly feet. Plus, nobody wants to be rubbing on no ugly feet. So do something about it. So I got some Vaseline. I barely had enough. But it's going to work for today because I've waited long enough. I've learned so much in this little marathon journey. What I call my first and my last. I turned how old did I turn? Over 40 a couple of days ago. And I wish I had done this, 20, 30, 40 years ago, but I didn't. I tried once and then had taken off and did too much and ended up with a little injury, and that ended that. But I wasn't probably that serious anyway. But now I am. Even though I still haven't wrapped my head around running 26 miles is so far. But I have learned a lot. And one, I learned about Vaseline. I also learned you can tape your toes, like with actual tape, to prevent blisters. I had to ditch my old running shoes because they weren't actual running shoes. They were just casual shoes. And if you're going to go more than 3 or 5 miles, you need better shoes. So I got some Brooks that I bought from Nordstrom Rack, which was a good price, and I like the shoes and I like the color. Makes me look like I'm running faster than I am. And like 3 days ago, Peter bought me a pair of Hokas. I think that's how it's pronounced, Hokas. They don't have the little graphite thing, but I have about 10, October, November, December, 3, 6, 9, 4, 8, 12. I have about 16 weeks before my marathon, which is also in the Philippines, a city called Cebu, who just had a big earthquake and a lot of people got killed and damaged, the houses and whatever. But that's in January. So speaking of that, I gotta find a hotel and I need to get an airline ticket to get there. And my plan is to go maybe a week early just to enjoy the city because I've never been there before, while I'm tapering, something else I learned recently, tapering prior to the marathon, because after the race I don't imagine I'm going to be in any condition to go, I don't know, diving or whatever I might end up doing there. And I also need to get some new shoes for run day, for the actual race. Maybe I can walk around or run in them once or twice just to get used to them. But shoes really matter. I didn't know. And you know what else matters? Socks. I never paid, I don't know what I paid, $14 for one pair of socks. I'm usually getting, a package of tube socks for, 10 socks for $12 or something. 10 of them. But that's not going to work because you need to control the things you can. So like the equipment. I don't have a fancy watch. I'm not gonna get one either. I wish I had one, but I don't. And I don't have fancy sunglasses, which I actually need, the running glasses that don't fall off and don't steam up. You know, there's things I don't have, but the things I can control, you know, like some shoes and Vaseline and all that stuff. So anyway, what else did I learn? A lot. This has been an interesting journey. I learned that I don't get enough rest. I do try to sleep, but you know, working full time and training for a marathon, which is kind of fun to say. I'm training for a marathon. Yes, indeed. Is you know, takes a lot of time and energy. And if you're not careful, which I found, you just don't get enough rest. Hey, look how beautiful the sky is up here. I'm out here in the Morongo area again. See all the mountains in the background? Very nice. So, all right. I'm gonna do, I think, 10 miles today. And I'm gonna actually try to go further, and I'm gonna try to increase the intensity because that's part of it, but I gotta be patient. It's only been 2 weeks, but I have seen massive improvement in these 2 weeks. Now it's not scary to go run and do a 10K or 5K or whatever. It's not scary. And I know I can do it. May not be fast, but I can do it. And I'm in the around 12-minute mile area, I guess. Something like that. So, you know, I'm not going to win the Boston Marathon, but hey, you never know what could happen. And coffee, I don't drink coffee, but I drank a coffee this morning, and I think that maybe about an hour prior to the race, then I'll have a cup of coffee just for the caffeine. And then I got to figure out my diet, like don't eat a bunch of meat prior to, but really just carbs, pastas, that kind of thing. It's kind of a lot to do on your own. But we will persevere and we shall overcome someday, some way. So here I go. I'm gonna get a banana and then take off because the sun's getting hot. Oh, I don't have sunscreen. I should use it even though I'm melanated. I learned that, you know, when they tell you the temperature of the sun, the temperature outside for the day, that's the temperature in the shade. Yeah. And did you know that the temperature in the shade and out of the shade is actually the same, but the radiation from the sun, that big ball of fire in the sky, makes your skin, you know, affects your skin, and it feels hotter. And those radiations, that radiation can damage your skin over periods of time. And I'm kind of pretty good, don't really need sunscreen, but I've been spending a lot of time out in the sun, extra even, so I'm gonna have to get some sunscreen. And I guess PF, SP, I don't know, 50 or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. Anyway, here I go. Have a good day.